Hello, Moment friends! Ending here for another episode of the epic story. When we last left off, we were getting ready to go and fight against Gothmog and hopefully destroy Grond, and now that's just what we're going to do.
Our enemies have brought a great ram to the city. We must damage or destroy it.
Alright, here we go. Before we left the culverts, I asked Damrod how he will know this ram called Grond, and he responded with laughter. When I pressed him on the matter, he said we would simply know. So it must be obvious, Staftang. Let us make our way throughout the city and see if he speaks the truth. Alright, yes, let's find the weapon. We must also remain alert for my brother Derlin, for he too hunts within the city. Come, Staftang, it is time for courageous deeds. Orcs ahead, let none escape. Let's go, Airball. Where are all the orcs? There should be orcs throughout. Where are all the orcs? A feeling of dread falls upon you, and hazy images swim before your eyes. There are so many camps, and the smell of roasting meat is still on the air. Where did all the orcs go? For what purpose? Perhaps they've been rused by their master for some offensive. Staftang, what is wrong? You look quite unwell. What is wrong, Staftang? You asked Erfin what he makes of the ghostly images and the feeling of dread that accompanied them, and he looks at you with confusion. I do not know of what you speak, friend. I see nothing but an absence of orcs, and the crumbling ruins of once proud Osgiliath. You say that you saw more than that? Do you see it still? What is going on here? I don't know. That can't be good. Should we continue our search? I suppose we should. Yes, we must. Grond awaits. There's an orc patrol. Cast aside your feelings and dispatch these foes. Staftang, are you well? I can tell by your face that something has its grip, Staftang, and it is frustrating to see you experience this devilry and be unable to help in any way. All I can say to you is to master your eyes and distrust even convincing visions of horror, for they surely seek to lead you astray. Derlin and I grew up in the Blackroot Vale, and we are no strangers to feelings of dread. But why do you feel this presence so keenly, and I feel nothing? The sooner we find Grond and destroy it, the sooner we leave this place. If you are well enough to continue, you should search to the north, and I will search to the east. Stand strong against whatever evil you find, my friend, and know that you are its better. Search to the north, and I will search to the east. Fear no phantoms. Very well. Because, you know, it's a great idea when we're feeling horrible to split up. Oh, no. Your eyes must be playing tricks on you. Oh, man. You have found the broken body of Ranger Golidir. Oh man. As you approach the fallen ranger, your mind rebels at the thought that Golidir might have somehow gotten ahead of you and come to Osgiliath against Aragorn's command. How could he have come more swiftly than the Corsair ships, more swiftly than your own tread? The merest flickering doubt is enough to dispel your wandering mind, and you see now that the body lying on the cold stone of war-torn Osgiliath is not that of Golidir at all, but of another soldier fallen in the defense. Oh, well, as long as it's another soldier, it's fine. A flash of color to the northeast. Can it be? Yep, that certainly looks like Grond. Court of Isildur. How appropriate. You have found Grond, great weapon of the enemy. No kidding. Alright, let's destroy Grond. Trying to damage Grond. Yeah, good luck. Right, Grond resists your efforts, but you do not give up. Of course not. Alright, it looks like we did something. You did it, Staftang. Yeah, right. I stand in awe of your deeds, Staftang. You have managed to inflict some damage on the great weapon of the enemy. It seems clear that the destruction of Grond itself is beyond our means. But you have inflicted enough damage to the structure that it bears it, and that may slow its progress towards the gates of Minas Tirith. My brother fought a number of orcs within the city. Well, more than we encountered. He thinks they are preparing for a renewed assault. Alright. I cannot believe the size of it. It is larger than a mummock. What a terrible weapon, Staftang. My brother and I took solemn vows when we were children to always look upon the bright side of a situation. But I must tell you that I am finding it difficult to maintain this outlook while confronted with the terrible Grond. And yet, you managed to disable it, at least for a time. Even a weapon as frightful as this can be slowed. Hope springs in my breast even as I worry, and the worry passes. Oh no. Gothmog.
Staftang. Many days have passed since last I saw you. Many leagues have you traveled. We are both changed, Staftang. Can you feel it? Once I was Mordorith, steward of Angmar, but I was undone by trickery. The elf Laredane is slain, and the daughter is not worthy of mention. I fell into the void, but my master pulled me back. The blade was the key, Staftang. The Dunedain who wounded me lives still, drowning in his sorrows. While he lives, I cannot die. Do you think he felt my return? Does hated Golidir feel my presence even now? Do you think my anger haunts him still in the northern lands? It matters not. The Dark Lord has given me a new form, a stronger form. I am Gothmog, the Dread Terror, and Minas Tirith shall crumble before me.
Durfin, let's get out of here. It sounds like a good idea. Alright, that is the end of the incident, and man, we are screwed. And Golidir is screwed because everything has gone wrong that we've wanted to go right. Obviously, this is why Golidir is having so many issues with anger and all of that stuff, and threatening to kill everyone and all that stuff, which just happened a couple episodes ago. And so that explains everything. We now know what's really going on, and it's not good. It's not good what's going on.
You look as if you've seen a ghost.
And if that terrible apparition's words are to be believed, mayhap you have. Is it true? Was this creature spared death? How can we hope to fight against such foes, if even a true strike with a keen blade cannot cure them of this existence? You ask Derfin that he not tell anyone of Gothmog's words, and he nods his assent, if reluctantly. I suppose that is for the best, but I do not like it. If the armies we face are led by creatures that cannot die, how long must we be expected to fight? How long must we stand, Stafting? I hope you understand that I am not afraid, but my brother is not as brave as I am, and I fear that he will not be willing to go on endlessly without victory.
You damaged the great ram. Why then do you bear such a stricken expression?
Stafting, Derfin tells me that you were able to do some damage to the great ram, and it will be some time before Grond can be used against Minas Tirith. Why then has the colour drained from your face? And why do you bear that stricken expression? The thought of telling Damrod the truth weighs heavily upon you, but you know that the soldier already struggles on with very little hope. To tell him that the leaders of the enemy's armies cannot be defeated in battle, and that death holds no permanence for such creatures of evil, will dash away any of his hopes that remain. Cheer up, Stafting. Your efforts have bought the defenders of Minas Tirith some time, and those extra hours, however brief, might prove the difference. Evil cannot fight forever. Fairmere will be found, and our battles will be won. Get some rest if you can, Stafting. Soon we will look to joining the defenders of the White City, and our battle will begin anew. But for now, you have done well. Damrod smiles heartily at you, but you think of the foe that was once Mordorith, and your heart is heavy. Alright, I think that is a good place to stop since we did end out Book 3 of Volume 4. When we return, we will make our way into Minas Tirith and start the battle there, but that's not till next time. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you again real soon for another episode of The Epic Story.